Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics, and we're going to be looking at problem solving 2 and really looking at merge from pandas. So, okay, if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do micro videos, small little videos that really solve your problem at the time. So I've been talking for the past while about how to go about solving a problem, and I've also talked about you want to make sure you have a problem that you truly care about. So let me just tell you what mine was, and one thing that I really focused on a couple years ago that it took me a while to solve. But I had to solve it. So we'll just talk about what I have here. So this is my stock screening data, but this is the days file, and this is the current concurrent. That this just builds upon the other, and this Excel saves and is dated. And we can just go over what I'm doing here. So what the problem was is each day after I'd run my screener, I would get back all of this data, and it has grown over the past probably 18 months from around 100 different companies to, I think yesterday's was over 400 plus. So I'm having to filter a great deal of taking what my knowledge is and then the curves that I'm looking for. So I was making all of these notes. Well, what the problem was is I couldn't transmit the notes from one Excel or one Pandas to the next, and I was literally restarting over and over and over again. So I was reworking, reanalyzing companies that I had already done, and it was a complete waste of my time. And I was starting over and over each day and not accomplishing the real work that I needed to. And as you can see here, it's been a while. I've been working on a lot of different stuff. I have a lot of gaps. But this is how I solved it. So what I did is all I cared about was if the symbol, because I needed that information and this information, because I went about it and I tried to figure out how I was going to solve this and what my real problem was. So I didn't want to touch any of this because this is the information that was changing daily, and decided if it was going to be on this list. But what was not changing was especially if I had made notes. So if it was in the new one, in the new screened, and it was in the old file, grab here and then append action to symbols. So let's just look at it. So I pulled what my old document was, what my old Excel was, then I made it current, then I grabbed out of current my symbols and action. Just here, symbols and action. And then what I did is I used Pandas merge. And so I merged these two. So I have the one that I'm just scanned for the day, which was PEG. And then I'm making a new one, and I'm merging it with the new one and the old one, and I'm merging it with symbol. And what this mean is left was I'm going from here to here. I'm going from the current, which was the file that was basically from yesterday, the previous day, and I'm going to the left to the one that I just screened. So the logic on this is, if in the new one, the symbol, so if all this data matched and it pulled that stock symbol and it had any bit of information, then add those notes. Because what I found what the problem was is the first time I did it, I merged and had everything together. So I had basically redundants and things that I didn't need on the list that didn't meet the criteria. So that was why I grabbed from here, and then I tested, and it goes to the left. So if this is in here, grab those notes and go to the left with it. So if you had this in the opposite, or if I had these in the opposite order, I would have gone to the right. But this is just an example of a problem that I had, broke it down into, I storyboarded it. I said, okay, and I literally had it out on my dry erase board. Oh, and if I have never said that, get a dry erase board. It is your friend. I've been working with it all week, laying out, road mapping the course that I'm almost done. So hopefully in a few days I'll have an announcement. And we're actually also working on some really cool stuff on the platform. But I digress. Sorry. So I literally was road mapping which direction the information needed to come. Screen everything, look back at a previous day. If it was on here, so if it was current, so I wanted the information because I didn't want it to just pull everything from here and add to it, because if it had dropped out, if it stopped meeting the criterion, it didn't need to have the notes. It didn't need to bring this over. So it looked, because this was the vital information, and I just check against symbols and action. These are my notes. Action is my notes. So there we go. I really hope that helped lay that out. If I created any gaps there, please drop a comment down below. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. And make sure you're jumping over to Discord, because we've been having a lot of really awesome discussions over there. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.